All right, when we deal with OPC protocol, there is an advanced feature which is called OPC Methods. I'm pretty sure most of us have never used it. So that's why I'm doing this video, just to let you know that there is this functionality which you can use to leverage more power in your communication from machine to machine or from machine to upper layer system, software components, etc. This is a demo where you have a PLC simulated here by a Siemens PLC simulator. Then you use an OPC method to call a specific component that you want to request. So instead of browsing just like the node space, you can basically just call a method like that. And for instance, in this case, you just enter your inputs and it will output the result, which is the sum in this case. But normally, if you consider this as a temperature 1 and temperature 2, in a standard OPC implementation, you will see people browsing those two tags and making themselves the sum, for instance. But here, instead, you can basically let the PLC do it, provided that you configured it in the proper way inside the PLC. So here is one example. You can basically use some, let's say, standard objects inside the PLC to develop this kind of things. You have 3 steps in the case of Siemens. First, you initialize the thing, then you call the first function, and after that, you do your method, the functionality that you want your method to perform. So in that case, it's just a simple addition between 2 parameters. And then, of course, you will output the result. But it's pretty obvious, pretty simple, but very few people will use it. And instead, they will tend to move towards more advanced things like MCP or AI. I just want to remind us that there are some simple implementation that we first need to leverage before going to that level of depth or that level of complexity. I just wanted to finish with this capture of the networking part, all the packets that are exchanged when you call the method, and it's pretty light in terms of exchange. So I'll just restart the capture so that you can see it. When I call the method here, let me enter my 2 arguments. And when I call it, here is what we have in the packets. So networking packets, we're looking for the request call. And we see here our 2 inputs, the ones that we just added in our methods. They are here 12 and 7, 8, 9. And the response contains the sum, so the response that we want to have. Pretty simple. And I think in terms of networking bandwidth, it's more efficient than just calling one tag after the other. And also in terms of application, the developer that is at the upper layer or someone who doesn't know what the PLC is doing, someone who doesn't know about even the machinery itself can just browse or call this method and get directly the answer. So think about that, check what you can use this technology for, and let me know in the comments what you think.